at the table, but you're 1,000 miles away. I'm looking for a signal in the things you choose to say. You tell me that you're tired, that it's been a long, hard week, but I'm looking for the fire in the pauses when you speak. You used to finish every sentence. We were a chorus, we were one. Now I'm searching for repentance for a crime I haven't done. Your I love you sounds like a question. Your goodnight sounds like a war. I'm picking up the tension in the way you let it fall. It's not the words that break my heart, it's not the things you say out loud, it's the way we're drifting far apart inside this quiet, heavy cloud. I'm falling through the space between your words, the loudest silence I have ever heard. There's a ghost in every breath, a secret in the air. I'm reaching out for something, but there's nothing really there. Yeah, I'm drowning in the space between your words. You're looking at your phone now, just to keep your eyes from mine. We're in a crowded house alone now, trying to read between the lines. You hesitate before you touch me, then you pull your hand away. That second of maybe is the price I have to pay. I ask you if you're happy, and you wait a beat too long. That's the part that tells me that it's already gone. You say, of course I am, but the of course feels like a lie. It's the bridge before the water, it's the hello and goodbye. I'm falling through the space between your words, the loudest silence I have ever heard. There's a ghost in every breath, a secret in the air. I'm reaching out for something, but there's nothing really there. Yeah, I'm drowning in the space between your words. Say it, just say it, break the glass and let it out. I'd rather hear you screaming than live inside this doubt. Fill the room with lightning, make it rain, make it hurt. Just don't leave me hanging in the hollow of your dirt, in the emptiness. You said I'll see you later, but the later never came. Just the space, just the gap, just the silence. I'm falling through the space between your words, the loudest silence I have ever heard. There's a ghost in every breath, a secret in the air. I'm reaching out for something, but there's nothing really there. Yeah, I'm drowning in the space between your words. You said, I'll see you later, but the later never came. Just the space, just the gap, just the silence. I used to wake up to your breathing, steady rhythm in the dark. I didn't know that you were leaving until the silence left a mark. Now I'm careful where I'm reaching, and 'Cause the truth is always teaching that things are different in the light. There's a dent upon your pillow that I'm scared to smooth away, like the shadow of a willow. It's the only thing that stays. I'm sleeping on the very edge to leave a space for you, tied to an unspoken pledge that I'm still holding to. The heater's running at the highest heat, but the shiver starts beneath the sheet. I've got the blankets pulled up to my chin, but they can't keep the winter from getting in. It's a cold, cold bed in a quiet, quiet room. Every word we ever said is just a ghost inside the gloom. I'm shivering in the cot, turning over in my head everything we've forgotten in this cold, cold bed. I found a strand of your hair today on the sweater that you left. I couldn't throw the thing away. It's my only prize of theft. I can still smell your perfume if I close my eyes real tight. But then I open up the room to another frozen night. The moon is leaking through the blinds, casting bars across the floor. I'm running out of ways to find what I'm even waiting for. The mattress feels like concrete, the air is thin and dry. I'm tangled in the white sheets with no more tears to cry. It's a cold, cold bed in a quiet, quiet room. Every word we ever said is just a ghost inside the gloom. I'm shivering in the cotton, turning over in my head everything we've forgotten in this cold, cold bed. Cold bed. I tried sleeping on the sofa, I tried sleeping on the floor, but the distance isn't over when I walk through every door. The vacancy is heavy, it's a weight I can't outrun. The side of me is ready, but the side of you is done. Yeah, your side is always done. It's a cold, cold bed in a quiet, quiet room. Every word we ever said is just a ghost inside the gloom. I'm shivering in the cotton, turning over in my head everything we've forgotten in this cold, cold bed. Half the sheets are smooth, half the world is gone. Just me and the morning, waiting for the dawn. Coffee's cold on the kitchen table. I haven't moved the chair, I'm acting like I'm fine and able, but I'm breathing heavy air. The clock is ticking on the wall. It's the loudest sound I know. I'm listening for your footsteps in the hallway down below. I left your sweater by the door, just in case you felt the chill. I don't go out much anymore. Everything is standing still. The neighbors ask if I'm okay. I just nod and turn the key. It's easier to live a lie than face this empty reality. And the sun goes down in the same old spot. I try to forget, but I haven't forgot. No, I haven't forgot. I'm still waiting in the porch lights glow, hanging on to pieces that you buried long ago. Every car that passes by is a heartbeat skipping time. I'm still waiting for a love that isn't mine. Still here, counting every shadow on the floor. Still here, watching for a shadow at the door. The calendar is months behind. I can't bear to turn the page. It's like I've built a prison out of memories and age. I see your face in every crowd, and the color fades to gray. I've got 1,000 things to tell you, but you're 1,000 miles away. I'm still waiting in the porch lights glow, hanging on to pieces that you buried long ago. Every car that passes by is a heartbeat skipping time. I'm still waiting for a love that isn't mine. They say time is a healer, that the cracks will start to mend. But how can I start over when I'm waiting for the end? I'm staring at my phone like it's a loaded gun, waiting for a hello that's never gonna come. Is it raining where you are? Are you happy where you went? While I'm dying in the silence of the heart that you once sent. Flickering now, the street is quiet. The door is locked, I'll leave it unlocked, just in case I'm still waiting. The echo is the only thing that's moved inside this hallway since you left. The dust is settling in the grooves corners of every shelf, a quiet theft. I make a sandwich for a single plate. I watch the steam rise from the cup. I don't have anyone to hate, and I don't have to keep the acting up. The laundry pile is half the size it was. The bathroom mirror stays so clean. I'm losing my identity, 'cause there's no one left to be between. I hear a noise and I don't turn my head. I know it's just a settling wood. I'm living in the things we never said, in the bad and in the good. It's not a scream, it's not a cry, it's not a desperate wonder why. It's just a fact, it's just a state of walking through a heavy gate. And I'm alone now, truly, deeply, finally alone. A king of nothing on a hollow throne. The phone is silent on the nightstand. Would I change it all back if I only could? But the silence is a kingdom I can't disown. Yeah, I'm alone now, I'm just alone. You'd really like, I started to call out your name. It felt like falling off a moving bike, a sharp and sudden familiar shame. I forgot for a second you weren't there, in the kitchen or the yard or the hall. I was talking to the empty air, waiting for a shadow on the wall. The bed is fast like a frozen lake. I'm scared to move, I'm scared to wake, because the morning is the hardest part, the daily reboot of a broken heart. I've got the remote and I've got the light, I've got the whole of the lonely night, but there's no witness to the life I lead, and that's the only thing I really need. And I'm alone now, truly, deeply, finally alone. A king of nothing on a hollow throne. The phone is silent on the nightstand. Would I change it all back if I only could? But the silence is a kingdom I can't disown. Yeah, I'm alone now, I'm just alone. Is this what freedom feels like? This cold and open space where I don't have to hide the tears running down my face. I can leave the lights on, I can leave the door wide, but there's no one coming in from the other side. There's no one on the other side. If I only could, but I'm alone now, I'm just alone. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, it's just the house. And it's just me. I saw you reaching for my hand, out of habit, out of time, like we're still walking on the sand, like you're still yours and I'm still mine. But I pulled back, I felt the air, the space between us grown so wide. I'm looking at you standing there with nowhere left for us to hide. You asked me how my morning was. I almost told you everything, and then I stopped myself because I felt the ghost of a missing ring. I'm filtering the things I say, I'm checking every word I use. Since you decided to walk away, I've got nothing left to lose. It's a strange kind of freedom, it's a heavy kind of life, to know I don't have to check in when I'm coming home tonight. I'm not the one you call at 3, I'm not the heart you get to keep, I'm not the secret or the key or the name you murmur in your sleep. The us is gone, the we is blurred, I'm just a face you used to know. It's the saddest thing I've ever heard, but I'm not your girl. No, I'm not your girl anymore. You saw me wearing that old blue shirt, the one you said made my eyes pop. I saw the flash of what used to be, and I prayed to God that it would stop. Don't look at me that way again, like you still have the right to care. We're past the point of being friends, there's too much poison in the air. I deleted every photo, I put the letters in a box. I'm learning how to live solo behind a brand new set of locks. So don't ask me if I'm seeing someone, don't ask me how I've been. The me you knew is dead and gone, and she's never coming back again. I'm not the one you call at 3, I'm not the heart you get to keep, I'm not the secret or the key or the name you murmur in your sleep. The us is gone, the we is blurred, I'm just a face you used to know. It's the saddest thing I've ever heard, but I'm not your girl. No, I'm not your girl anymore. Go ahead and find somebody new to fill the space I left behind. Go ahead and tell her all the things that used to occupy my mind. I hope she's everything you wanted, I hope she's everything I wasn't. But when you realize what you lost, don't come crying, no, just don't. I'm not the one you call at 3, I'm not the heart you get to keep, I'm not the secret or the key or the name you murmur in your sleep. The us is gone, the we is blurred, I'm just a face you used to know. It's the saddest thing I've ever heard, but I'm not your girl. No, I'm not your girl. Take your memories, take the sorry, I'm just me. I watched your tail light skies fade to red until they drown inside the gray. The last few words that you had said are washing down the storm pipe way. I'm standing here on a corner street where we once promised forevermore, but the water's rising around my feet and I can't find the open door. My jacket's so gray to the bone, but I don't even feel the cold. It's the weight of being here alone. There's a story never told. You got the heater on in the car, you got a destination in mind, but I'm right here, right where we are. The peace that you chose to leave behind. The sky is crying what I can't say. The clouds are bruising, turning black, and every mile you drive away is a bridge that's never coming back. I'm left behind in the rain, standing in the middle of the flood, trying to wash away the pain, but the salt is mixed in with the mud. You're moving on the clear skies, you're outrunning all the hurricane, but I'm the ghost with heavy eyes, just left behind in the rain. The streetlights flicker overhead like they're struggling to stay awake. I'm repeating everything we said, counting every single hard mistake. I look like a fool to the people passing by, just a silhouette against the brick, but I'm waiting for the clouds to die while the lightning plays a cruel trick. I thought we were the lightning strike, I thought we were the thunder's roar, but I'm just the aftermath you dislike, the mess that's scattered on the floor. The puddles show a broken man, a reflection that I don't recognize. I'm doing the only thing I can underneath these weeping skies. I'm left behind in the rain, standing in the middle of the flood, trying to wash away the pain, but the salt is mixed in with the mud. You're moving on the clearer skies, you're outrunning all the hurricane, but I'm the ghost with heavy eyes, just left behind in the wash me out, let the river take me down, let the water scream and shout until I finally start to drown, because it's better to be underwater than to watch you drive away. Yeah, it's better to be the daughter of the storm that's here to stay. I'm still left behind in the rain, trying to wash away the pain. You're moving on a The street is empty, and I'm not over it yet. No, I'm not over it yet. The curtains are drawn and the lights are low. The moon is the only spotlight I know. I reach for a waist that isn't there. I'm holding on to the midnight air. I lead with my left and I step to the right, around the ghosts of a Saturday night. The floorboards creak like they're crying too, as I try to remember the rhythm of you. Your shoes are still sitting right by the door, but they don't walk these halls anymore. The scent of your skin is a fading trace, like a name on a stone that time will erase. I'm whispering, darling, to an empty wall, waiting for shadows to answer my call. But the silence is heavy, the silence is wide, and there's nowhere for a broken heart to hide. One step for the promise we made, 2 steps for the way that you faded, 3 steps for the price that I paid to be left here, alone and jaded. I'm dancing with a shadow in the dark, trying to find a flame from a dying spark. The music is playing, but I'm all alone, spinning in a house that's no longer a home. You're gone like the wind, you're light as a ghost, but you're the one that I'm holding the most. Yeah, I'm just dancing, dancing with a shadow. Sheets of white, I can't bear to see my own soul tonight, to see how I look when I'm swaying with hair, with a look of hope that leads to despair. I close my eyes and I feel your breath, but it's just the cold like a living death. It's a cruel choreography, a bitter routine, loving someone who can no longer be seen. Every spin makes me dizzy and weak. There's a tear running down the side of my cheek, but I won't stop the music, I won't stop the play, because if I stop moving, you'll truly away. So I'll keep the rhythm, I'll keep the beat, even with holes in the soles of my feet. I'll stay in this circle, I'll stay in this loop, like a bird that's forgotten to fly from the coop. I'm dancing with a shadow in the dark, trying to find a flame from a dying spark. The music is playing, but I'm all alone, spinning in a house that's no longer a home. And you're gone like the wind, you're light as a ghost, but you're the one that I'm holding the most. Yeah, I'm just of the light, just a way to survive the rest of my life. We're sitting at the table, just an inch apart, but there's a canyon growing inside your heart. I ask you how you're feeling, you say you're just okay, but I can hear the miles in the things you don't say. The steam is rising slowly from a cup you never touch. I didn't think that silence could ever hurt this much. You're looking at the window, staring at the street, while I'm looking for a rhythm in your heartbeats beat. You start a sentence and you let it drift away, like a paper boat on a stormy bay. You use a lot of maybes and I don't really knows, and every time you stutter the distance only grows. I'm reading into commas, I'm searching through the gaps, waiting for the moment that the ceiling finally cracks. You're careful with your breathing, you're careful with your tone, but you never sounded more like you're already alone. It's the half-second pause before you say my name. It's the I love you that doesn't feel the same. It's the air in the room getting harder to breathe, 'cause I'm waiting for the moment that you finally leave. I'm falling through the space between your words, the loudest silence I have ever heard. There's a ghost in every breath, a secret in the air. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't really there. It's the almost, the nearly, the not quite yet, the kind of quiet that I'll never forget. Yeah, I'm drowning in the space between your words. I remember when your voice was a place I could hide. Now it's a door that's been locked from the inside. You're choosing your vocabulary like a minefield floor. One wrong syllable, we're headed for the door. I see you swallow hard, I see you bite your lip. I'm the captain of a very quiet sinking ship. You say we should talk, but then you look away, and the talk becomes a mountain that we can't climb today. The shadows on the wall are longer than they were, and everything we used to be is starting to blur. You say you need some time, you say you need some space, but space is just a polite word for leaving this place. I'm counting every blink, I'm counting every sigh. I'm looking for the hello in your long goodbye. The clock is getting louder, the room Just don't leave me here in the setting sun. I'm losing my mind in the dot of the text you never sent, of the soul you forgot. Scream it out, let it break. Give me something real for heaven's sake. There's a ghost in every breath, a secret in the air. I'm reaching for a hand, but there's nothing there. It's the almost, the nearly, the not quite yet. Yeah, you're already gone, I just haven't left yet. You said then you stopped the space, the silence, the end. I woke up and reached for my phone to tell you about the dream I had. Then I remembered I'm here alone, and the memory made me feel small and sad. I had to bite my tongue to keep the name inside, the one that used to be my home and my pride. It's a reflex I'm trying so hard to break, a ghost in my system I can't seem to shake. I passed that cafe on the corner of Fifth, the one where we sat for hours on end. I almost walked in, just out of a myth, that I'd see you there, my lover, my friend. But I kept my head down and I crossed the street, ignoring the rhythm of my own heartbeat. I'm rewriting the map of this lonely town, taking every us and tearing it down. It's like learning to walk with a broken limb. It's like trying to sink so I don't have to swim. It's a heavy lesson, it's a bitter pill, to force my heart to finally stand still. I'm learning how to unlove you, one day at a time, clearing the branches I used to climb. I'm deleting the numbers and changing the locks, putting your memory in a lead line box. It's the hardest work I've ever had to do, starting the fire and burning the you. Yeah, I'm a student of silence, a master of blue, just learning to unlove you. I'm teaching my eyes not to look for your car, I'm teaching my ears not to listen for weed. I'm making a list of the ways that we are two separate islands in a very deep sea. I'm practicing smiles in the bathroom glass, waiting for this heavy season to pass. But the syllabus is long and the hours are late, and I'm failing the test of trying to hate. I tried to replace you with someone new, but your name kept slipping out of my mouth. I tried to escape to a different view, but every road I take just leads me back south. So I sit in the quiet and I study the pain like better half I unlove. The smell of your skin in the hall I unlove. The way you stood so tall, I'm scrubbing the stains from the floor of my mind, leaving the darling and sweetheart behind. It hurts like a fever, it burns like a brand, to let go of the warmth of your hand, to let go. Lesson 2, don't cry. Lesson 3, learn how to say goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Intersection is empty and wide, just a moon, the white lines by my side. The engine is humming a low, steady moan, reminding me that I'm heading home alone. The signal above me just turned to a glow, a bright emerald yes telling me I should go, but my foot is like lead on the brake on the floor, because going means I don't love you no more. There's a car coming up in the rear view mirror, the headlights are making the lonely feel clearer. They'll honk in a second, they'll tell me to move. They don't know I'm stuck in this permanent groove. I'm looking at the seat where you used to sit, where the ghost of your shadow is still dimly lit. I'm holding the wheel like it's all I have left of a heart that's been hollowed by a beautiful death. The world is screaming, run, run away. The night is tired of the games that I play. The path is open, the road is clear, but the only thing I want is right back here. I'm waiting at a green light, praying for a red, replaying the things that we never quite said. The world is moving on, the stars are turning round, but I'm still anchored to this piece of the ground. I've got the signal, I got the sign, but I can't cross over that invisible line. Yeah, I'm just a fool in the middle of the night, waiting at a green light. I imagine you running down the sidewalk in the rain, yelling my name to drown out the pain, telling me wait, don't drive away yet, giving me a reason to forgive and forget. But the sidewalk is bare and the pavement is dry, and there's nothing but black in the span of the sky. The go is a taunt, the go is a dare to admit that you're gone and you don't even care. I could go to the coast, I could drive to the plains, I could wash off the dust of these emotional stains, but every mile forward feels like a betrayal, like I'm ripping the wind from a tattered old sail. So I sit in the idle light, sit in the hum, waiting for a feeling that's never gonna come. The signal is mocking the state of my soul, while I'm losing my grip on the only control. I'm waiting at a green light, praying for a red, replaying the things that we never quite said. The world is moving on, the stars are turning round, but I'm still anchored to this piece of the ground. I've got the signal, I got the sign, but I can't cross over that invisible line. Yeah, I'm just a fool in the middle of the night, waiting at a green those tales inside of my head. The world has moved on, the traffic has passed, and I'm the only thing that was built not to last. I've got the signal, I've got the sign, but I'm still waiting for your hand in mine. Yeah, I'm just a fool waiting at a green light. I'm letting off the brake, I'm shifting the gear, but I'm leaving my heart in the rear view mirror. But I'm leaving my heart in the rear view mirror. But I'm leaving my heart in the rear view mirror.
I'm kneeling down at the base of you, searching for a pulse, searching for a clue. But your skin is marble, your heart is flint. There's no more fire, there's no more glint. I tell you my secrets, I tell you my fears. I've washed your feet with 1,000 tears, but your eyes stay fixed on a distant wall, while I'm right here waiting for the fall. I remember when you were warm and soft, when your laughter carried my spirit aloft. But the frost moved in and the light went out, and you built a fortress of silence and doubt. Now you're a monument to what we were, a beautiful portrait, a frozen blur. I'm touching your hand, but it's made of clay, and the you I knew is a world away. I'm lighting candles in a freezing room, trying to bring the flowers back to bloom. But the garden is dead and the sky is lit, and I'm talking to a ghost that won't stay dead. It's like love in a statue, cold and gray. I'm breaking my heart against your hand. You're perfectly still, you're perfectly gray, while I'm the one who's crumbling away. I'm screaming your name, but you don't hear a sound. I'm building a temple on hollow ground. Yeah, it's a lonely religion, a bitter view, just loving a statue, loving you. I try to chip away at the outer shell to find the person I knew so well. But the stone is thick and the hammer is light, and I'm losing the strength to finish the fight. You're a masterpiece of indifference and ice, and I'm the one paying the ultimate price. I'd rather you hate me, I'd rather you scream, than to live in the quiet of this limestone dream. The museum is closing, the lights are dim, the shadows are dancing on every limb. I'm the only visitor left in the hall, waiting for a statue to start to crawl. But you stay on a pedestal, high and dry, while I'm on the floor, wondering why I keep worshiping something so cold, when the story of us is already over. circling this memory for 300 days and nights, holding on to what used to be underneath these kitchen lights. My palms are sore and my arms are weak from carrying the weight of us. Every time I try to speak, the words just turn to dust. I found your ring in the velvet tray, the one I couldn't look at yet. I didn't cry or turn away, I didn't feel the old regret. I just held it up against the sun and watched the light pass through the gold. The war is over, the battle's done, and I'm getting tired of the hold. It's not a crash, it's not a break, it's not a sudden loud mistake. It's just a quiet, slow release, the only way to find some peace. I'm letting go like a kite in the wind, letting the sky take where we've been. I'm opening my fingers one by one until the heavy lifting is finally done. No more what ifs, no more why, just the blue expanse of an empty sky. Yeah, I'm finally letting go. I'm clearing out the digital space, the folders full of us, and then deleting every smile and face so I don't have to go back again. It feels like losing a piece of my skin, but the air feels good on the raw. I'm letting the quiet new life begin underneath the winter thaw. I won't check the map to see where you are. I won't ask our friends how you've been. I'm taking the you out of every star and the us out of every sin. I'm stepping out of the circle we drew, the one that kept me trapped inside. I'm saying a final thank you to you for the love, the pain, and the ride. I'm letting go like a kite in the wind, letting the sky take where we've been. I'm opening my fingers one by one until the heavy lifting is finally done. No more what ifs, no more why, just the blue expanse of an empty sky. Yeah, I'm finally letting go. Go on, fly away over the hills, over the bay. Go on, find your shore. I don't have to hold you anymore. I don't have to hold you anymore. The grip is gone, the tether is frayed. I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. No more what ifs, no soft breath and a final goodbye. My hands are empty. My heart is light. Sleep well wherever you are tonight. We spent the year just paying the bill and fixing the leaks in the roof. We climbed all the mountains and conquered the hills, but we lost all the beautiful proof. I was busy with deadlines, you were busy with sleep. We were ships passing by in the night. We had so many promises we meant to keep, but we stopped keeping track of the light. Flowers you bought me turned into dust in a vase at the end of the hall. The ironclad feelings turned into rust, and we didn't even notice the fall. We said, how was your day? Like a script on a page, just a habit of rolling a line. We were two lonely actors trapped on a stage while the clock traded yours for mine. It wasn't the fire that burned us down, it wasn't a storm or a flood. We just let the silence move into town and the ice settle into our blood. We didn't break it, we didn't end it, we didn't lose it in a fight. We didn't break it so we couldn't mend it, we just forgot to keep it right. We remembered the chores and the keys in the rain. We remembered to fill up the tank, but we forgot the heart and we forgot the pain. And now the whole world is a blank. Yeah, we just forgot to love. I look at you now, across the room, and you're a stranger I know far too well. We're living inside of a comfortable tomb with nothing but stories to tell. There's no I hate you, there's no I'm sorry, there's just a what's on the TV tonight. We're at the end of a long boring story where nobody put out the light, it just died. I forgot how you like your coffee in the morning, you forgot how I look when I cry. We didn't get a signal, we didn't get a warning, we just watched the forever go by. Now the bed is a desert, the kitchen is cold, and the us is a ghost in the air. We're just two people growing lonely and old in a house where nobody is there. We didn't break it, we didn't end it, we didn't lose it in a fight. We didn't break it so we couldn't mend it, we just forgot to keep it right. We remember the chores and the keys in the rain. We remember to fill up the tank, but we forgot the heart and we forgot the pain. And now the whole world is a blank. Yeah, we just forgot to love. We remember the birthdays, we remember the rent, we remember the money that we already spent. We remember to lock every door at the night, but we forgot to hold on tight. We just forgot to hold on tight. We didn't break it, we just forgot to keep it bright. We remember the world, but we forgot the heart. Now I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and we're both just as empty can be. Yeah, we just forgot to love. forgot.
The road ahead is straight and gray, into a sun that's losing heat. I'm miles and miles from yesterday, but I still feel you in the passenger seat. I try to focus on the lines on the pavement, stretching out to sea, but I'm searching for the exit signs that lead back to the way we used to be. They say don't look at where you've been, keep your eyes on the horizon's edge, but the future feels like paper thin compared to every old and broken pledge. I see our names in every town, I see your face in every passing car. I'm trying to pull the anchor down, but it's dragging me back to where we are. And my neck is getting tired from the strain of the reverse. Every bridge that I have fired is a blessing and a curse. I'm moving forward, but I'm looking back, watching our love fade into the black. The distance grows, but the memory stays, caught in the glow of the better days. I'm driving blind through the pouring rain with a heavy heart and a rusted chain. I'm 1,000 miles from the attack, but I'm still, yeah, I'm still looking back. I remember the kitchen in the morning light, the way you laughed before the coffee brewed, before we learned how to scream and fight, before the silence turned the water rude. It looks so perfect from a distance now, the edges softened and the colors bright. I'd give it all away, I'd take a vow to spend just one more ordinary night. But when I look, I only see the ghost. I don't see the tears or the slam shut doors. I only see the thing I miss the most, and not the wreckage scattered on the floors. I'm editing the movie in my head, cutting out the parts where we fell apart, living in the things we never said inside this museum of a broken heart. I'm moving forward, but I'm looking back, watching our love fade into the black. The distance grows, but the memory stays, caught in the glow of the better days. I'm driving blind through the pouring rain with a heavy heart and a rusted chain. I'm 1,000 miles from the attack, but I'm still, yeah, I'm still looking back. Why does the past look like a paradise when I know it was a cold and lonely fire? Why do I pay the same heartaching price to feed this hollow and this mad desire? Turn the mirror, break the glass, let the seasons and the memories pass, but I can't, no, I can't.
screen is blue, lighting up the ghost of me and you. I've written out 1,000 words tonight, just to delete them in the morning light. I'm staring at the online by your name, playing this silent digital game. My thumb is hovering above the glass, watching the minutes and the hours pass. I started with I hate the way we ended, then changed it to I hope your heart has mended. Then I wrote I saw your car today, but I wiped the letters and the lines away. Because what's the point of reaching through the wire when all we have is ash and a dying fire? But I have to say it just to let it go, even if you're the last to ever know. The cursor's blinking like a dying heart, warning me before the teardrops start. One touch of the screen and it's finally real, the end of the story, the end of the deal. This is my last text to you, the final thing I'll ever put you through. No more are you up or did you see? No more is there still a piece of me. I'm hitting send and then I'm letting go into the static in the radio. It's a digital goodbye, a pixelated blue. My very last text to you. I told you that I'm sorry for the mess. I told you that I wish you all the best. I mentioned that I left your favorite book on the shelf where you'd be sure to look. I didn't ask for you to write me back, I'm just trying to get my spirit back on track. It's a one-way street, a final red, exactly what my broken spirit needs. I'm watching the bubbles appear and fade, terrified of the progress that we've made. Are you typing? Are you thinking? Are you there? Or am I just shouting into empty air? I don't want an answer, I don't want a sign, I just wanna reclaim what was once mine. So I'm hitting the bud and I'm closing the app, pending the war and the long cold trap. This is my last text to you, the final thing I'll ever put you through. No more are you up or did you see? No more is there still a piece of me. I'm hitting send and then I'm letting go into the static in the radio. It's a digital goodbye, a pixelated blue. My very last text to you. The music read silence in my head, delivered word better off as dead. I'm blocking the number, I'm clearing the thread, I'm burning the bridge and the words that we said. Just let it go, let the screen go This was my last text to you, the final thing I'll ever put us through. No more are you up or where are you? I've hit the send and I've let it go into the static in the radio. A digital goodbye, a pixelated blue. My last text to you.
got the blueprint spread across the floor. I've tried to force the key into the door. I've got the glue and I got the tape, trying to keep our love in its original shape. But the edges are jagged and the glass is thin. I don't even know where to begin. You're looking at me with those hollow eyes while I'm trying to organize our lives. There's a spring that popped and a gear that's stuck. We're out of time and we're out of luck. I tried to will the silence back into speech, but the us we were is out of reach. We're missing the screws that held us tight. We're missing the spark that gave us light. Every time I think I found the leak, the foundation beneath us gets more weak. You can't fix a mirror once it's hit the ground. You can't find the rhythm when there's no more sound. It's not a scratch and it's not a dent. It's a life that's already been spent. We're just a pile of broken parts lying in the wreckage of two tired hearts. There's no instruction manual for this mess. No way to gamble or even to guess. We can try to build it, try to make it start, but you can't make a hole out of a broken part. No, you can't make a hole out of a broken part. I found a piece of you in the kitchen sink, a memory that makes me stop and think. I found a piece of me in the garden shed, underneath the words that we never said. But they don't fit, no they don't align. Your maybe doesn't match with my fine. We're trying to build a bridge with broken wood while we're standing right where we always stood. So put down the hammer and put down the line. Stop trying to tell me that it's gonna be fine. The machinery is rusted, the engine is dead, and I'm haunted by the ghost in the thread. It's okay to admit that the thing is toast. It's okay to give up on the thing we love most. Sometimes the beauty is in the debris, in the you, in the him, in the her, in the me. We're just a pile of broken parts lying in the wreckage of two tired hearts. There's no instruction manual for this mess. No way to gamble or even to guess. We can try to build it, try to make it start, but you can't make a hole out of a broken part. No, you can't make a hole out of a broken part. Sweep it up, throw it away. There's nothing left for us to say. You can't solder a soul, you can't stitch a hole, and you've lost every ounce of your self-control. It's junk, it's scrap, it's a beautiful trap, and the gap is just a gap, is just a gap. We're just a pile of broken parts lying in the wreckage of two tired hearts. No instruction manual, no more guess, just the quiet beauty of this absolute mess. Yeah, we're just broken parts. I'm done fixing, I'm done trying. It's just broken. And
walking barefoot through the hall of the house we built before the fall. But the floor is covered in silver light from the mirror that we broke last night. Every step is a gamble, every step is a sting. I'm looking for the gold in a rusted ring, but the ceiling is cracked and the walls are thin, and the outside world is leaking in. I see a shard that holds your smile from that summer day we walked a mile, but right beside it is a jagged edge of the night you stood upon the ledge. I try to pick the pieces up and make them fit, but I bleed for every single bit of it. The more I try to see the whole, the more the edges cut into my soul. It's a kaleidoscope of was and is, a stinging touch, a poison kiss. I'm surrounded by the million ways we lost ourselves inside the haze. Fractured glass memories, sharp and bright, cutting through the middle of the night. I see 1,000 versions of your face scattered all over this empty place. One is kind and one is cold, one is new and one is old. I'm living in a puzzle that I can't complete, with fractured glass beneath my feet. The light hits a piece on the bedroom floor. It's the way you looked as you hit the door. But if I tilt my head just a little bit, I see the candle that we used to light it. The joy is tangled with the bitter grief, a temporary and a sharp relief. I can't look away and I can't look through, because every splinter is a piece of you. I'm afraid to move, I'm afraid to stay, I'm afraid the wind will blow the shards away. Because even if they cut, even if they scar, they're the only map I have to where we are. Without the glass, I'm just in the dark. Without the fire, I'm just a dying spark. So I'll stay here in the wreckage of the light and bleed out slowly in the middle of the night. Fractured glass memories, sharp and bright, cutting through the middle of the night. I see 1,000 versions of your face scattered all over this empty place. One is kind and one is cold, one is new and one is old. I'm living in a puzzle that I can't complete, with fractured glass beneath my feet. Don't touch it, don't move, you'll only find another groove. It's a million diamonds, it's a million knives. It's the story of two shattered lives. I'm looking at the splinters, I'm looking at the cracks, and I'm never, no, I'll never, no, I'm never getting back. Fractured glass memories still cutting through my night. 1,000 versions of your face disappearing without a trace. I'm living in a puzzle that I can't complete. Just let the glass stay beneath my feet. It's beautiful. It's only 4 letters, just a sound in the air, but I find it hiding in the back of my chair. I try to speak to the people I meet, but your name is a stone that I trip on in the street. It used to be a whisper, used to be a prayer. Now it's the gravity that's pulling at my hair. I wake up in the morning and I feel the crush before I even open my mouth to the hush. I saw it on a letter, I saw it on a screen, the sharpest syllables that I've ever seen. It's an anchor in my pocket, it's a shackle on my wrist, a ghost that I'm fighting with a closed up fist. I can't even say it to the empty room without feeling the shadow of a coming doom. It's the heaviest thing that I've ever had to hold, a story in a language that's getting very old. It's a mountain on my tongue, it's a laden song that's sung. It's the air that I can't find, it's a chain that stays behind. Oh, the weight of your name is a burning heavy flame. It's a cross that I'm dragging through the pouring rain. I can't lift it up, I can't set it down. It's a heavy iron crown that I wear around town. I'm breaking my back, I'm losing the game to the heavy, heavy weight of your name. I tried to rename the stars in the sky, I tried to rename the low and the high, but every time I open up the book of my soul, your name is the ink that's taking control. It's written in the dust on the window pane, it's carved in the wood, it's etched in the brain. I try to throw it out with the morning trash, but it just comes back like a cold gray ash. The postman brings it, the strangers say it too. Every time they ask me how is you know who, and I have to swallow hard, I have to catch my breath, like I'm standing on the edge of a living death. It's a suitcase of bricks that I'm forced to carry, a ghost that I'm somehow required to marry. I'm sinking in the mud, I'm falling in the clay, under the pressure of the things you didn't say. Oh, the weight of your name is a burning heavy flame. It's a cross that I'm dragging through the pouring rain. I can't lift it up, I can't set it down. It's a heavy iron crown that I wear around It's a cross that I'm dragging through the pouring rain. I can't lift it up, I can't set it down. It's a heavy iron crown that I wear around town. I'm breaking my back, I'm losing the game to the heavy, heavy weight of your name. One word too heavy, one name too much. I'm letting it fall, I'm letting it fall. Pull the shoebox from the top shelf floor, the one I haven't touched since the day you hit the door. I'm looking for the color of your summer eyes, but the blue is turning gray like the wind skies. The gloss is peeling back, the paper's getting thin like the memory of where your heart ends and mine begins. I'm holding up the light to a paper ghost, trying to find the girl that I love the most. Here's the one of us at the old pier side, before the salt air turned and the feeling died. But your smile is a blur, just a smudge of white, washing out slowly in the morning light. I can't see the freckles on the bridge of your nose. It's like a garden losing every single petal of a rose. I'm losing the details, I'm losing the lines, and I'm running out of ways to read the signs. They say a picture lasts a lifetime long, but they didn't say the colors could go so wrong. They didn't say the silver would turn to black and leave me with a view that I can't take back. I'm staring at fading photographs, chasing the echoes of forgotten laughs. The sun is bleaching every hue away, turning the gold into a dusty gray. I'm losing your features, I'm losing the frame, until all that's left is a hollow name. Yeah, I'm watching you vanish in the aftermath of these fading, fading photographs. I try to scan them in, I try to save the view, but the digital world can't capture the you. It's just a collection of pixels and light, not the way you smelled on a Friday night. The chemicals are failing, the ink is dry, just like the well where I used to cry. It's a slow motion magic trick, a disappearing act, and I'm the only witness to the cold hard fact. Every time I look, there's a little less there, a little less light in the strands of your hair, a little less curve in the way that you stand, a little less warmth in the touch of your hand. Pretty soon it'll just be a square of white, a blank reflection in the middle of the night. And I'll have to wonder if you were ever real, or just a chemical trick that I chose to feel. Staring at fading photographs, chasing the echoes of forgotten laughs. The sun is bleaching every hue away, turning the gold into a dusty gray. I'm losing your features, I'm losing the frame, until all that's left is a hollow name. Yeah, I'm watching you vanish in the aftermath of these fading, fading photographs. Stop the clock, hold the light, give me one more second of the perfect sight. I'm losing the shape, I'm losing the hue, I'm losing the only thing I have of you. Don't watching you vanish in the aftermath. I'm losing your features, I'm losing the frame, until all that's left is a hollow name. Yeah, I'm watching you vanish. I can't remember what color your eyes were. I think they were blue.
I turned off the lights, I turned off the TV too. I'm trying to survive the night without the thought of you. But the quiet is a liar. It's not peaceful, it's not still. It's a humming electric wire against my windowsill. There's a buzzing in the drywall, there's a ringing in my ear. It's the echo of a phone call that I haven't had in years. I'm staring at the ceiling where the shadows start to dance. I'm losing every feeling except this ghost of a chance. Is it the wind outside, or is it my own mind looking for a place to hide from what you left behind? The static in the silence, a scream inside the hush, a beautiful kind of violence in the way the memories rush. I can't hear myself thinking over the roar of the what if I'm slowly, slowly sinking while the air is frozen stiff. Yeah, it's just static in the silence. I try to read a book, but the words are just a blur. I'm scared of where I look in case I see the way